Today is all about G.I. Joe's silent weapons expert, the infantry and intelligence specialist named MacArthur S. Ito, codename Quick Kick. Let's jump right into his story. Before we start, I want to thank you for watching JLS Comics, whether it's your first time here or you're back for more. Don't forget to check out our playlists, share this on your social media, and subscribe so you don't miss all of the videos we make each week, just like this one. Let's get right to this video. A young MacArthur grew up in the city of Watts in California. His parents named him after a couple World War II military leaders, those being the United States General Douglas MacArthur and Japan's Lieutenant General Takeo Ito. When he was growing up, his parents owned a small local grocery store in Watts. Because his father's Japanese and his mother Korean, he had trouble being accepted by either community. And he's short, so his love for basketball wasn't a viable pastime for him. So, he turned to martial arts, and this pivotal decision would help drive him in the direction of the G.I. Joe team. He studied in many martial arts: Taekwondo, Judo, Wing Chun, Goju Ryu, Southern Praying Mantis Sword, Zen Sword, Tai-Chi. In Action Force continuity, writer Grant Morrison revealed in issue 17 that one of his masters is none other than Marvel Comics Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu. This is one of the very few times when the main Marvel Comics continuity is either referenced in either G.I. Joe or Action Force continuity, which is pretty cool. The Larry Hama comic book run was published by Marvel Comics, so it's cool to see that crossover from time to time. He also mentioned Iron Fist, Elektra, and Batroc the Leaper. In Action Force continuity, since we're here, has his real name as Lee Ho Ito and hailing from Canton, China, which is how he met Shang-Chi. So another example of this crossover is in issue 10 of the US comic book when Scarlet jumps out of the plane and lands on the Incredible Hulk. It's a costumer for a grand opening at the Bayonne Mall, but they do reference the Hulk and they do reference Marvel a couple times, so it's a fun little Easter egg. Anyhow, in America, Quick Kick took all of these black bolts, all of his great amount of hand-to-hand combat knowledge, and found work in Hollywood as a stuntman. Hollywood, California, not Hollywood, Florida. Not too far from his hometown of Watts. It was this work and the greater amount of exposure that came with it that put him on the radar of the United States Army. And from there, he quickly found himself recruited to the G.I. Joe team. Quick Kick punched his way into American comic books with G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue number 45 in 1986. In the issue, he is tasked with rescuing Ripcord from Cobra Island. He was teamed with Spirit, Flint, Snake Eyes, and fellow new recruit Alpine for the mission, although Snake Eyes had to go take care of something else shortly after the Warno and subsequent op-board came through. So they hit the island by way of the beach and ended up rescuing Ripcord, but what they didn't know at the time is that this Ripcord was actually Zartan in disguise. They had switched places. He was also able to capture a few important photographs of a prototype Terradrome and Cobra's aircraft that were stationed on the island at the time. So eventually, this Zartan, now exposed, was punched out famously by Sergeant Slaughter, but it wasn't without help from Quick Kick to take him down. In 1989's G.I. Joe Special Mission number 27, Quick Kick and Outback were on a bus with some Mexican tourists when it was taken over by terrorists. And the terrorists were taken down, but not before two of the tourists were killed, unfortunately. Quick Kick then went in with the invasion force to take over the Cobra-controlled town of Springfield, just as Dr. Mindbender was breathing life into Serpentor for the very first time. Later, Quick Kick was part of an off-the-books black op in the European country of Barovia. He was with Outback, Stalker, and Snowjob, and finally, a pair of shoes. Well, they ended up being captured, injured, and there go the shoes, and held prisoner in a brutal, harsh gulag for many months. Outback was able to escape and tell the G.I. Joe team where they were, but because this mission was officially non-sanctioned and off the books, the G.I. Joe team was unable to put an op together to help out. So Scarlet and Snake Eyes faked their own deaths to go into Barovia and help rescue the team. Then, the disastrous mission to Trucial Abysmia. Quick Kick was part of the first team to go in and destroy the Terradromes that Cobra had been setting up in the area. Well, they're met with a force much larger than they expected, so the team was subsequently captured. Tomax and Zaymont were heading this Cobra op, and they actually asked Cobra commanders what they should do with the captured G.I. Joes, and Cobra commanders said dismissively, "Get rid of them." So they actually misinterpreted this to be, kill them. Tomax and Zaymont didn't want to get their hands dirty, so a Saw Viper nearby took it upon himself to carry out the order. The Saw Viper ruthlessly mowed down Doc, Heavy Metal, and Thunder with his pig, an M60 machine gun. Quick Kick barely made it out of that kill box, but then he was chased down and the vehicle exploded in a massive fiery blast, killing not only Quick Kick, but Crazy Legs and Breaker as well. He was actually one of 15 Joes to die during the Trucial Abysmia benzene conflict. His body was transferred home and he was buried as a hero in Arlington National Cemetery. So while he died, he did appear on the cover of issue 155, the issue where the team was shut down and decommissioned, and Larry Hama said that was actually an error. The G.I. Joes during ceremonies, remembrances, Memorial Day would always remember their fallen comrades, Quick Kick included, and his name was forever etched in a stone memorial of fallen Joes that would be revisited even to this day. Quick Kick first appeared officially in the Sumbo cartoon episode called Chaos in the Sea of Lost Souls in 1985. It was part 4 of Season 1's Pyramid of Darkness mini-series. He showed up in the snow in no shoes and a rope and a sash for his shirt, defeated Storm Shadow, and told the 2 Joes he rescued that he was filming a commercial for Fudgy Frozen Bars when his director took off and left him there in the frigid Arctic snow. His first appearance, however, is when he was accidentally drawn into a cluster of Joes in the first part of Pyramid of Darkness. Unofficial, not introduced, just in the crowd. In Lasers in the Night, written by the legendary Marv Wolfman, Quick Kick picked up a college girl after a martial arts demonstration, and so now had a girlfriend named Amber, who the Joes immediately thought was a Cobra spy, but she wasn't. In Captives of Cobra, Quick Kick's parents are introduced and get to meet them at their grocery store in Watts. Quick Kick also really likes to quote famous movie stars all the time from Hollywood, like Mae West, Robert Redford, Jimmy Stewart, the A-Team, all these classic famous Hollywood celebrities of yore. Also, against regulation, he always goes seemingly on these missions barefoot and shirtless. As far as his action figure goes, he debuted his V1 figure with Series 4 in 1985. Quick Kick got a remold in 91 for a mail-in offer via Hasbro Direct, and he was released in other countries in the 90s, like Argentina gave him the name Siglio. His official V2 figure would not come until 2008, and then 2 years after that, 2010, gave us V3. V2 came with a DVD Battles pack, and V3 was a Toys R Us exclusive, which was part of the Pursuit of Cobra line. And with that, his Uwagi, now black and yellow with red accents, instead of this shirtless red sash figure we've had up to this point. So it's a little bit different. But Quick Kick, even posthumously, is a fan favorite. He loves martial arts, he loves Hollywood, he dresses very impractically, and he finally found a group to accept him for who he is, and that is the G.I. Joe team. So there you have it, folks, the full story of Quick Kick. That is a wrap on this one, my friends. As always, I do look forward to your comments, questions, corrections, and suggestions down below. Don't forget to subscribe and share this. We're trying to grow the channel. Check out our playlist. We have tons of G.I. Joe content here. I'm Jesse. This is JLS Comics, and I'll see you soon.